Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Precious Molepo and welcome back to another video. First of all, before we even jump in, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. The last time we spoke, I was speaking about road to 10 subscribers. Now we're on 42 subscribers, so we're on road to 50 subscribers. Or if I'm being cheeky, road to 100 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. Also, thank you to all the people that have been interacting on my last two posts. It's really awesome to see you guys interacting with each other, interacting with me. It's exciting stuff. So as you can see by the title of this video, this one is a very light, easygoing video. I'm on recess. I'm assuming a lot of you are also on recess since it's June, and if you're not writing your exams, maybe you're reaching the end of writing it, or I don't know, let me know. But yeah, I'm on recess, and I know a whole lot of other universities are on recess as well. So I'm gonna be having a drink for this video, and we are going to be addressing facts or fiction statements. These are basically statements that I've been surrounded by, I've heard along the way this year and last year, and just, you know, statements and assumptions that you just hear a lot of times in CTA. Disclaimer, this is based on my experiences, based on the experience of people that are around me. Let's jump straight into it. So my first statement that we're going to be discussing and talking about, and basically saying if it's fact or fiction, ne? True or false. You cannot date in CTA. I don't even know why I'm turning it because you can't see it in the camera. But anyway, you cannot date in CTA. Like, you cannot have a relationship in CTA. I definitely think this is fiction. A lot of people have dated successfully in CTA. I feel like your partner needs to understand, though, that you're going to be swamped 90% of the time. So yeah, if you have someone that's understanding, I don't see an issue with that. So I'm gonna have to say that is a fiction. So to the next one, you have to study every day. I think this is fact, because looking at how much workload that you have, you really need to stay on top of your game, and studying every day is basically doing that. If you're taking like 2-3 days off often, I feel like you are a little bit too calm, given the short period of CTA, at least for UJ, if you're in UJ, because I think I was like 10 months, something ridiculous like that. So I mean, if you're in another university that, you know, spreads it out, takes their time, maybe it's a different situation, but definitely the majority of the time I feel like you should be studying every day. And so I'm gonna say that's fact. Obviously, take a day off or whatever to unwind once a week, or however you set up your schedule, but you should, at least to the outside, and you know, your siblings and stuff, they should be like, damn dude, you're studying every day. That's when you know. Yeah, so fact. Next statement, CTA is not hard. I'm going to say this is fiction all the way. I thought that the first attempt, and clearly I was doing something wrong. So definitely CTA is hard. I feel like I'm studying much harder the second attempt, and I'm not exactly getting the results that I thought I would be getting, but that's a video for another day. But to answer that statement, I think that it is fiction and CTA is hard. CTA is hard. Ugh. Next statement, CTA students / CA trainees / chartered accountants are full of themselves. You know what, this is obviously differs from person to person, but if you're full of yourself, listen, the way that, you know, we go through war to get this qualification, I completely understand. Yeah, be humble, but I mean, it's a lot, and I understand if you're feeling full of yourself, and if that's your way of showing your happiness and expressing your I don't know, just like your pride. Like, if you're proud of yourself and that's the way you show that, listen, I'm proud of myself, I've come from far, I completely understand. So let's say none of the above in terms of facts or fiction. whether it's you, either way, you feel yourself, you don't feel yourself, it makes sense. Considering the journey, it makes sense. Anyway, next statement: as long as you study, you will pass. All right, this one is actually one of my favorite statements, right? Because I feel like that's, for me personally, the major change from undergrad to postgraduate when it comes to this course, CTA. So I feel like when I was an undergrad, you could study super hard and you were guaranteed to pass as long as you put in the work, even if it wasn't even consistently, even if you put in the work towards the exams, even if you put in the work once or twice just before I don't know, some new topic came up. Just as long as you put in the work, let's say a total of 5 times, you would reap the rewards, guaranteed. Now when it comes to CTA, I really feel like just putting in the work doesn't guarantee you rewards or anything. Like, it doesn't guarantee success. I feel like you just need to be a bit more strategic with it. It's more responsible hard work, if that makes sense. It's more adulting hard work. Like, you're not going to just work hard aimlessly, close your eyes and just work hard, put in the hours. I mean, like, listen, think about undergrad, how you used to write notes. Like, you literally used to rewrite your slides, for example, and that was hard work. That equated to hard work, right? Whereas in CTA level, if you had to do that, you're not going to see any rewards, because that's basic. So it needs to be more intentional hard work. It needs to be, okay, I performed an assessment of my performance and I'm lacking over here, and then you pinpoint, okay, here's where I need to do the hard work. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it's more intentional. It's a more strategic hard work. It's not just like random hard work in jail, like you feeling like you're working hard. No. So that is definitely fact, that if you, I mean, it's fiction, sorry, that if you study hard, you will reap the reward. The next statement: if you are not stressed, you are not doing it right. So if you're not stressed during CTA, you're not doing CTA right. I think that is definitely fiction. We all have different coping mechanisms, and I don't know if I covered it in the previous videos, but I was under the assumption last year that I needed to be in a stressful state for myself to feel like I was being productive, and look how that ended. So I'm definitely gonna say that is fiction. That is not true. You do not have to be stressed. If you are not stressed, it just means that you're managing your time really well, and it doesn't really mean that you're not doing the right thing, you know. Next statement that I have heard a lot when it comes to CTA is that you will fail. I spoke about this, I think, in my very first video, where I spoke about things that people say to other people that actually sits with them and, you know, shows through their actions. And I told you a whole story. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go back to refer to that. I definitely think that that is fiction, and no, it's not. It's just maybe somebody failed and they feel like it's impossible for somebody else to do, but it's not a reliable statement that should be associated with CTA. A lot of people fail, but not all. So if you study 40 hours a week, you will pass CTA. So this also goes back to my you study hard, you are guaranteed to pass. So I'm definitely gonna say fiction to this one, because again, you can be like sitting down at your desk basically doing nothing, no active learning. You can be reading your notes, which is the least active learning that you can do. And you 40 hours a week, how much is that a day? Let's say you take a day off, so we'll take it by 6, so that's like 6.6 hours a day. No, I had this conversation in my last video where I spoke about the fact that, in my opinion, you cannot equate productivity with the number of hours you put in, because you can be sitting and doing absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna say this is fiction. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's fiction. So no, it's not guaranteed. It needs to be productive hours 40 hours that are not productive will not guarantee you a pass. So fiction. Next statement. There will be a firm that takes you in for articles if you have a CTA. So basically, this is a statement that implies that everything else doesn't really matter. Your marks don't matter. You know, it's just you need to have CTA, then all your problems will be solved. This is definitely fiction. They look at so many things. They look at your matric results as well. They look at your third year results as well. So they definitely do not just look at CTA. From what I've gathered from people who went to interviews, from people who weren't accepted at a firm, you know. And then on to my last statement that I'm going to say is fact or fiction. You can, oh, this is my favorite one as well. So you can pull through and pass CTA on the last exam. So I'm pretty sure like you guys have come across a story or come across a person who was failing throughout the whole year, and then they made a comeback at the end or the final exams, and then they passed. Or in the case of UJ, they have a ranking system, so they were ranked lowest 10 in the grade and then come back and then they passed. So is this fact or fiction? You know what, this is different for every person. You get people that have made a comeback at the last exam and they've passed with no sub. You get people who were not really working hard throughout the year, qualified for a sub, and then they passed the sub, or they passed all the subs, like if you're writing a all subject sub. Then you get people who don't pull through at the end of the year and fail. So it's different, you know what. I don't think I can say fact or fiction, but I mean, for the purposes to motivate you and to motivate myself, let's just say that is fiction. Because I mean, don't wait on a miracle. Do not wait on a miracle. Put in the hard work. And yeah, that's an expensive ass gamble. So don't wait on a miracle. So yes, it's happened to a lot of people. Yes, a lot of people have, you know, made a comeback at the last stage. Yes, a lot of people have bounced back after subs and, you know, passed CTA. But then there's people like me that have failed. And in my case, I qualified for a sub and I failed the sub. And I've actually been thinking of making a video where I speak on how to prepare for subs, but I honestly don't know. I found subs so difficult. Like, okay, yes, both my final and my sub were difficult because I didn't pass them. But relatively, the sub was way harder than my final. So I feel like the best thing that you can do for yourself is avoid the subs and not count on luck, or let me just say luck. Don't count on luck before I get a little controversial. Yeah, I feel like don't count on luck, because I mean, if I now go to religion and stuff, and the thing is, I'm a believer, I really am, but I feel like my mentality towards religion and believing last year was a little flawed, and someone might feel like okay, let me not speak in codes, let me just say it. So last year I was very, yo, please pray for me, yo, please pray for me, like literally to every family member I came across, especially towards the end of the year, right, towards my finals. I was just like, yo, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. And this was after like not putting in enough work for the whole year. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to say that God can't come through for you, but he needs you to put in work so he can perform miracles also, you know what I mean? Like, so I was 90% please pray for me and 10%. So yeah, so even at home, like when I went home, everybody knew me as please pray for me. This is funny in hindsight, but you're going through it was a lot. So yeah, I was just very I don't know, I was looking at external, that was definitely something I was doing. I was looking at external factors, and you know, please pray for me, and counting on other things other than myself and my hard work. That's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for the new subscribers. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get refreshed. Let's have some fun during this recess. Let's take a breather. Don't be too hard on yourself, because second semester is going down. Second semester, we are getting this CTA. We are doing it. We can do it, guys. You guys are capable. You guys are intelligent. If you were not, you wouldn't be where you are right now. And every single one of you watching this are capable. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. I will see you very soon with another video. Bye.